Oh, are we on already? Okay, excellent. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur. We're going to give people a few minutes to get here because this is, as you probably figured out, a live stream. And if there's some noise in the background, I'm sorry. This is the problem with doing live streams during dinner time. People want to make food, and I can't necessarily deny them that. But this is very important to talk about. So Uber filed for their IPO today. They filed for their IPO, and we've learned a few key things about the IPO, about the company, about their finances, and of course, Uber has topped off, I should say, the IPO with basically free money for drivers, which, I don't know about you, I actually got $500, which surprised me greatly because I technically didn't meet the requirements for $500. I met the requirements for $100, but we'll talk about that a little later. So let's talk about this, and I'm sorry that I don't have, the headlines on the screen. I'll just have to read them to you. But we have from Reuters a headline that says, Uber unveils IPO with warning it may never make a profit. Boy, talk about getting up on the right foot. Launching an IPO, asking for investor money. One of the things you're upfront about, we might never make any money. That's Uber for you. Anyway, Uber Technologies Inc. has 91 million users, but growth is slowing and it may never make a profit, the ride-hailing company said on Thursday in its initial public offering filing. The document gave first comprehensive financial picture of the decade-old company, which was started after its founders struggled to get a cab on the snowy night and has changed the way much of the world travels. The S1 filing underscores the rapid growth of Uber's business in the last 3 years, but also how a string of public scandals and increased competition from rivals have weighed on its plans to attract and retain drivers. The disclosure also highlighted how far Uber remains from turning a profit, with the company cautioning it expects operating expenses to increase significantly in the foreseeable future, and it may not achieve profitability. That's wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. Let me see what some of you guys are saying. So, yeah. We're going to talk about those bonuses in a moment, guys, because some of those bonuses were nice, I will admit. That's one article. The Motley Fool, which is a stock investing site, says this: 5 things we just learned from Uber's IPO filing. Details from the ride-sharing giants report shows revenue of $11.3 billion in 2018, but slowing quarterly growth. So here are the 5 main takeaways that the Motley Fool took away. 1, Uber is more than ride-sharing. While the ride-sharing platform is the company's principal business, Uber Technologies is also made up of Uber Eats and Uber Freight, 2 fast-growing segments that the company believes build on the synergies and branding of Uber's core personal mobile service. Uber Eats receives orders from 50 million customers last year, and the company claims to be the largest meal delivery platform in the world outside of China. When checking these claims, though, it appears to be behind Grubhub and possibly DoorDash in the US. Revenue at Uber Eats jumped 149% last year to $1.46 billion. Uber Freight, meanwhile, which takes advantage of similar technologies as Uber and Uber Eats, brought in $125 million revenue in the fourth quarter. Nothing about whether these services were profitable, although I think Eats is profitable. 2, Uber dominates much of the market in the world. That's true. They claim a leading share of ride-sharing market in North America, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and much of Latin America. It owns more than 65% of the ride-share market. So, yay. Anyway, third thing. Uber's future profitability depends on Lyft and other competitors. This is, by the way, the most concerning thing about this. Like its closest domestic rival, Lyft, Uber is deeply unprofitable as both companies have chosen to pursue growth at the expense of profits. Uber did not directly outline a path to profitability in its report, but did say, quote, to the extent that competing ride-sharing category participants choose to shift their strategy towards shorter-term profitability by reducing their incentives or employing other means of increasing their take rate, we believe that we would not be required to invest as heavily in incentives. In other words, Uber sees its path to profitability as dependent on Lyft's behavior as well as its other competitors. If Lyft were to scale back on customer and driver incentives, effectively raising prices and cutting driver wages, Uber would be able to do the same, accelerating its path to profitability. Wonderful. For now, Both companies appear to be in a vicious fight for market share, meaning neither one is likely to be profitable soon. 4. Uber has an autonomous vehicle strategy. Uber's Advanced Technologies Group, ATG, which oversees its autonomous vehicle projects, is made up of more than 1,000 employees, has built more than 250 self-driving vehicles, and completed tens of thousands of passenger trips. I'll bet. Uber believes there will be a long period of hybrid autonomy in which there will be both self-driving and human-driven cars on the road, and says that it will play to the company's advantage due to its massive base of drivers. And of course, here's the thing. The first self-driving cars will be in 2 years, of course. 5. It's an opportunity to rebrand. Uber CEO Dara Khosrowshahi, who took over from founder Travis Kalanick in 2017, is well aware of the bad press the company stirred up under Kalanick's stewardship. Uber regularly flouted local regulations, was accused of fostering sexual harassment, and was branded aggressive and unfriendly. That opened the door for a rival Lyft to gain market share. Khosrowshahi's letter to the prospectus acknowledges missteps along the way and admits we didn't get everything right. It's a surprising move to see in a document where the purpose is as much to market the stock as it is to communicate important information, but Khosrowshahi seems to understand the company still has work to do to repair its brand. So there you go. Now then, one more thing to mention from this here, a few more little facts. In 2018, Uber had revenue of $11.3 billion, up 42% from $7.3 billion the year before. In 2018, gross bookings rose 45% to $49.8 billion. The second thing, Uber's 2008 operating loss was $3 billion, better than the $4.1 billion it was reported in 2017. That's nice. Third, on a quarterly basis, revenue growth slowed to just 21.8% in the fourth quarter, reaching $2.97 billion. 4, the company has $6.7 billion in cash and equivalents and $6.9 billion in debt, which is certain to rise. But the thing, you probably don't want to know about all of that. You really don't. I mean, here's the thing. I could also tell you that part of the plan in all of this is to for Uber to raise $10 billion in capital. We don't know how much the stock is going to cost, but you want to know about the one thing that has been blowing up on everyone's phones for the last few hours. The bonuses you are getting. The bonuses you are getting. And even though I can't show you it, we have something. If you have not gotten a bonus yet, here is why you might not have gotten one, and here is where you might still get one. So Uber on their app has a question in the questionnaire called reward eligibility and payment. As we move to an exciting new milestone as a company, we are recognizing select drivers and delivery partners with a reward to show our appreciation of their efforts. See below for more information about eligibility and the reward payout process. Am I eligible to receive an appreciation reward, and what will I get? Big question. If you are a driver or delivery partner with an active account, you are eligible for the following: $100 if you have completed a minimum of 2,500 rides deliveries as of April 7th, 2019, and taken at least one trip between January 1st, 2019 and April 7th, 2019. $500 if you have completed a minimum of 5,000 ride deliveries as of April 7th, 2019, and taken at least one trip between January 1st, 2019 and April 7th, 2019. We're going to skip the dates on that because you get the idea. 1,000 if you have completed a minimum trip of 10,000 rides deliveries. And 100,000 if you have completed a minimum of 20,000. At least, I think so. Oh, sorry, I take that back. Yeah, 1,000 if you complete a minimum of 10,000 rides, and 10,000. 10,000. Yeah, that seemed a little high. They didn't put a comma there. That's what threw me off. So, if you are not in good standing, you may not be eligible for a reward payment. Now, if your account is not in good standing, Here's what you can do, especially if it's just required documentation and stuff. Upload the documentation, get the vehicle inspected by April 27th. Wait, where is it? Where did I read April 27th? Did I read? Let's see here. And April 7th. Okay, April 27th. Because you can expect to see the reward in your driver's earnings on April 27th and appear in the following week's payment statement. How do I receive my reward? If you're eligible for the reward, you'll be notified by email and you'll see a message in your driver app. If you drive a fleet partner, you'll receive a reward by April 27th, 2019. So there you go. That's how you do it. So anyway, that's kind of nice for Uber to do. I mean, of course, they will be getting $10 billion, so you're going to be getting peanuts from that. And, you know, for some of you, this $1,000 just might be enough for a down payment for your next car. Who knows? AK says, I'm getting 670. There's nothing in here that says you'll be getting an uneven number like that. That bonus money must be for something else, if, in fact, you're getting it. So, anyway, that's the story. It's a lot of drivers are definitely surprised, and you know what? Hey, 500,000, whatever it is, it's awfully nice. So, but as many people have been pointing out, this is pennies per ride. It really is pennies per ride. So that is very, very frustrating for some people. And I didn't expect them to give much, to be honest. They're still clearly highlighting the people who have driven the most and have really slaved away. Now, I don't personally know, like, here's the thing, $10,000 is nothing to sneeze at. It is a lot of money, but considering the amount of hours you had to put into there, you probably had to replace your car at some point. That, who knows? Like, you're going to have to decide for yourself whether or not that was worth it or not, because a lot of people did have to more or less get new vehicles in between all this. So that is, that might be disappointed. Does this apply for Canadian drivers as well? I do not know. And I don't know because the IPO affects the American stock market, I believe. I don't know. It's like Greg says, no, it's not a carrot. A carrot suggests requiring something to get the bonus. No, you did have to do something for them. You had to drive so many rides. Now, granted, it does not appear that there's any way you can get it now if you haven't reached one of these milestones. The one thing that is a little confusing, I'm not 100% certain how this works, because I know some people actually have hit these milestones, but they haven't driven for several months. So their accounts are technically inactive. I am curious if they put the paperwork through before the 27th when these things are supposed to pay out. At that point, their account is active. Do they, at that point, get a the bonus? I don't know. Oh, geez. Sorry. The mouse, the computer is freezing again. I gotta get, and Brian says, account in good standing, LOL. Here comes a huge wave of deactivations. Well, maybe not necessarily, because people are getting these bonuses. Orbital just said, I only have 1,400 trips, so apparently I get nothing. Yeah, that might be true. That might be true. So let me go back to this email real quick. Let me see exactly how this is worded. Because I'm curious about this. No, that's not the right one. I get so many emails from people like... So the interesting thing is it doesn't say that your account needs to be active right now. It says people who do not have an active account may not be eligible. But it doesn't say anything about what's going to happen if your account isn't eligible and you bring it up to snuff before the 27th. Otherwise, the bonuses are calculated by how many rides or deliveries you did by April 7th, 2019. So if your account is not in good standing, I would see how you could get it into good standing as soon as possible, because a little extra money is always nice. So, but anyway. So yeah, I am cautiously optimistic about this. But here's the thing. I have a friend whose account is not active right now because of documents that need to be uploaded. But he definitely qualified for at least the $100. So he's going to, I think, get the thing reactivated over the weekend. And I will report on whether or not that will actually work. It might be that this got sprung on everyone. And it wouldn't surprise me, by the way, is if you did not have your account active by the time this went out. It would not surprise me if they say, no, you don't get the money because, you weren't active. But anyway, what do I feel about this? It's pittance. It's pittance pay. I don't think it's especially generous at all. It's granted, it's probably a little bit more generous than Lyft's because it's easier to get one of the bonuses, but it's just like what Lyft did. They, they said, hey, if you do this much, then you get a little bonus, and that's all there is to it. So anyway, I think that's pretty much all we have on that one. So are there any quick questions you have? This is all pretty new to me, of course. Lyft required a lot more. So Uber is requiring a lot less, but still a fair amount. So let's turn that off. And, let's charge this while we're at it. Heaven says better than nothing. Yeah, but I don't know. My whole thing about the better than nothing thing is that's kind of like when people say, look at Uber and Lyft, are like, well, at least you have a job, and it's like, it's better than nothing. Well, yeah, but we're not getting paid anything. And the gas is almost $4 a gallon. So there you go. Around the world, how do you view the information? You view the information in your email or on your app. The Brazil show, how much did you get, Apptrepreneur? I actually got 500, which I will be investing in Coca-Cola probably, or Pepsi. Edwin says if they keep doing things like this, they can try to recruit more drivers. They need them. And I'm sure that one of the things is that they would want you to buy some Uber stock with this money. I'm not going to tell you whether you should do that or not, other than to say that Lyft stock is not doing so great right now. It's dipped 20% since its launch. So there you go. Harmon says each bonus times how many drivers? No small amount. Well, it's a lot less than 10 billion. A lot less. So Choco Slayer said, I just hit 2K yesterday. What about me? Probably don't get anything. Sorry to say. It's like the Brazil show. They gave it to you even though you don't drive more. Hey. I put in the rides and the hours and my account is active. I earned this. So, shush. Shush. That's going to be a meme, isn't it? That's going to be a meme. I just memed myself, darn it. So anyway, Side Gig Henry said it best. LOL, they're just giving drivers their money back after all of these cuts. Yep, probably. And Everyday Dad Fixin' It says, truly, this is media manipulation, nothing more. Alejandro Rodriguez, Lyft should also give appreciation money also. Yeah, they did. It was just the bar was a lot higher. So anyway, Everyday Dad says the payout nowhere near what they took and will continue to take. I agree. Especially with the 20% cut and gas prices going up to almost $4 a gallon. Yeah, it's not going to come close. Hey, we have over 100 people watching. Give it a likes up if you want to. I appreciate that. So Let's see. Any other questions we have? Harmon Adam says, I'm actually making more per ride since the cuts. Yeah. I hear that once in a while. I'm sorry, I don't believe it. I have not been in a situation where paying me less money makes me less money. Low Roller Scratcher. Using AMC A-Lister Movie Pass Avengers 2. I actually used Cinemia, so. Brazil said, I used to make $1,600 a week, but now only $900 to $1,000. So this $500 is only a portion of what they took. Yeah, exactly. So, Orbital says, the way Uber works, they will probably backcheck and reduce the amount before they actually pay it. Well, maybe. So, Alejandro said, is doing almost 3,000 trips in a year good? Depends what you count by good. It's impressive, but, you know, that kind of depends. Oh, hey, Jordan, haven't seen you here in a while. Yeah, welcome. So let's see here. I shouldn't be showing that, but Scott, I'm going to share that comment. So, you know. Yeah, and you're going to have to pay taxes on this, folks, by the way, so don't get too excited. Put some of it aside. You mentioned you got 500. Did you already get that? I'm supposed to get on the 27th. That's what they say in the app anyway. Let's see here. How do you serve Uber with small claims notice? It's easy. You go to a small claims courthouse, you pay the $25 fee, and you small claims them. Now, you have to have a reason to do it, but I'm sure you could figure something out. Heck, you might even win just because they might not bother to show up. Roy Hollingsworth said, free money's free money. You all are always complaining. If you don't like it, just quit. Walmart is higher. Roy, it's really the principle of the matter. It's the principle. You know what, Roy? I'm going to share a story with you specifically. You specifically, because I hate that attitude. Are you aware of the boy band Con? It's a documentary on YouTube for YouTube Premium subscribers, and in it they discuss their manager Lou Pearlman, who ended up going to jail for money laundering. Well, here's the relevant part of the story. He signs on NSYNC, and thanks to him, they become a success. And they are working for like a year or two, not getting paid. But they're touring, they've sold over 1 million albums, sold out shows, posters, Disney Channel specials, everything. Finally, the moment of truth comes. They sit down at a dinner table, and they are all handed envelopes. And they all open the envelopes. Like, what's it going to be? Is it going to be 300,000? Is it going to be 500,000? Is it going to be 1 million? How high is the number going to be? Because they know they are one of the most popular groups in the world at the moment. They open the envelopes, and everyone gets $10,000. After millions of records sold, dozens of sold out shows, merchandise sold galore, TV specials, Disney Channel, $10,000 each. And Lance Bass, one of the members of NSYNC, he got to the hotel room, he rips up the check, they sue him, they get out of the record contract, and they were far more successful the next time. So, Roy, don't you dare tell anyone in this room they have no right to complain. Because you know what? If you were in sync and you are aware of the millions of dollars that were coming in and you get $10,000, you'd be pissed. All these drivers, they put in their blood, sweat, and tears. They have not been spending time with their families. Be driving for a company that does nothing but cut their pay. And you want to say they're just complaining? You know what, Roy? I rarely do this on disagreeing with people. I rarely do this. Oh, great. And of course, can we do this? I'm going to put you in a timeout. Put you in a timeout for being a selfish asshole. So there. Did not expect the live stream to go this way, folks. Just Just to let you know. So, boy, that pisses me off. The entitlement of some people. Just be thankful. Yeah, they abused you the whole time, but you should be grateful for what we did to you. Bite me, Roy. Seriously. And bite anyone that has that attitude. Or screw anyone, I should say. So, anyway. There you go. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, God. I make mistakes too. Never claim to be perfect. I've been working out a lot more, thank you. Well, yeah, Jordan, I know, but boy, that pissed me off. You know, Mr. Silverhander, he had his say. He had his say. And I rarely do that for people I just outright disagree with. I usually say, hey, you know what? You're allowed your opinion, but when you come in so callous like that, it's like, no. That pissed me off. I'm sorry. That did. Oh, by the way, Baker, you get to be put on timeout as well. Baker. Here, yeah, there we go. I'll just do that. So, yeah, well, in all fairness, yeah, he does that a lot. It's like 300 seconds. Kevin, I got 100. I got 500. I'm going to be investing it in much better stocks. I mean, I don't know. Investing in a company that says we have no plans to be profitable doesn't seem like a very good idea. Yeah. And anyway, just one more. Oh, thank you, Jordan, for the timeout fund. Thank you for the timeout fund. So, anyway, I didn't get anything for 11K rides. I think you'll be getting something at some point. So, that's the positive thing. Yeah, thank you for the $2.99. I really appreciate that, Jordan. So, when is Uber IPO release? I don't know when the IPO is gonna be released. We're just gonna have to find that out. So, you could buy one share Boeing. Yeah. Oh, April 27th, apparently. Jordan says it's April 27th, so, okay. I guess, yep. There you go. How many rides do you have? That's the strange thing about it. I have, like, a little over 3,000, which I don't think qualifies into the 500, and yet it's in my app. Show it to you if I wasn't using my phone, but, whatever. I'll post a screenshot later tonight, probably. So anyway, are there any final questions before we wrap this up? I don't intend for this to be like a super long live stream or anything like that. Just, long enough. Vinny says, interesting. The dean of IPOs, Professor NYU, stated he wouldn't touch Uber and remains on the fence with Lyft. Yep. I mean, I might buy one Lyft share, but I'm going to wait a little while. So, All right. I think that's where we're probably going to end this. So anyway, yeah, check your apps to see if you got it. If your account's not active or in good standing, get it in good standing before the 27th and see what happens. As for this video, granted, I know I blocked Roy. I'm now starting to regret that a little bit, but I still would in general love to hear what you have to say, but I definitely do not like the attitude that, you signed an agreement. It's like, you know what, people were taken advantage of. So I hate seeing people taken advantage of, and then other people just being like, yeah, whatever. Not like they're human or anything. But in the meantime, comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly, and you get access to my exclusive Patrons only blog. If you want some discounts on gas, check out the gas app. The link is below. And check out the Apptrepreneur vlogs. New videos are coming every week. And check us out on Facebook at Apptrepreneur Hangouts. You have to be approved to join, but we've been approving most everyone. So, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one. Oh, and by the way, if you got money, even though this is pitiful money, congratulations for getting the money in the first place. Yes, a little something is good, but I would personally recommend you not invest it in Uber.